Alright, Shalom, Shalom. To the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokak Kodash. Double honor to the apostle Nails, great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon you. I know this young lady here, I think she's Chinese. Lady here, she used to put out. I used to have her page, but since I lost my pages and stuff, I don't really know a whole lot of. I can't remember a whole lot of stuff that I used to have because I had a whole bunch of stuff. But I lost her videos and stuff, and actually her name. So when I just seen it, I seen on this guy's this so-called black guy channel here called Black Authentic Truth. So I know you probably heard before. I know I'd heard before, but hey, it's just a lesson to go into and just give a little more context concerning the curses. Because we as so-called black people, we think curse. Curse words is where the word curse, the origin of the word curse. Esau Edom steals everything. It's short. It's fairly short. Nothing but a minute and 15 seconds. So let's just hear it out. Then I'm going to go into the lesson. Turn it up a little bit. Alright, let's get into it.
Opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people. But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities. And as I said before, as a result of this, black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses. Once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from the community. Because usually people open businesses in their own communities, and this is mutually beneficial, where the business owner is making a livelihood off of providing goods and services to their community, and by being a member of the community, they're contributing and they're investing back into the community. This is an ideal situation, and that is not what happens with Asian American businesses operating in black communities.
We know this to be true. Well, here you're hearing it from an Asian woman who has seen it firsthand.
Okay, so that's basically it on the video. The thing is, what I want to say, right? Why her video jumped up? Hold on 1 second.
Line from opening businesses in white neighborhoods.
Okay, but I just leave it like that. I would say this here. We so-called black people, especially Eve. Yeah, Eve. You always gonna be the most likely the topic of the subject if we going into with our people. Especially the so-called black woman and the so-called black man. They don't get away either, but Jake just is few less the men. When I say Jake, we all Jake, but when I refer to the so-called black woman, I like to call her Eve, which is what she is. They all Eve. Southern and northern tribe of the children of Israel, but not to go into a whole other subject. But we don't do that. Every nationality of people, even the Northern Kingdom, they'll support one another. I mean, like it's nothing. But we won't support one another. But what y'all don't understand is that these are the curses, man. These are the curses, which is what are they, 28? I wasn't gonna go in this here, but I just really just thought about it. What is 58? 28 and 54. It's 54 goes into so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. So evil eyes toward one another. You know, first and foremost, you know, everything is of the Lord, right? Regardless of whether it's good or bad, everything is of the Most High. So if you whatever your lot is, you gonna play it out because you've been playing that lot for what for since the beginning, right? And you just coming back and evolving back into that same lot of madness. If you're full of madness, right? But if you're not, if you're a prophet, you're gonna come back and since the word has been since the Great Awakening, now we're seeing what? We're seeing the prophets coming out to what? To preach the truth to the people. But most of you all are ignoring the prophet because we are still in what? In captivity. In the hands of our enemies. So most of you are not going to get this word. That's what you don't understand. And for these fools at Genesis to say that Esau Edom is going to be saved, right along with the 1/3, which is the elect, it's amazing, because the curses are not on Esau Edom at this present. Well, they turning at this present moment. They're turning, but the curses we are serving out captivity. Esau Edom, this is his kingdom. This is his kingdom. So, I mean, you know, I'm going. I know I'm going in a whole nother subject, y'all. But I'm really trying to attack the curses and go into us being in the predicament that we're in the curses, right? But so let's just get into that before I go into a whole nother spiel. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43. Y'all heard the video. The stranger that is within thee, shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. We Israelites, we are very low. This Esau Edom kingdom, he is not low. He is very high. Even the bomb of the bombs of Esau Edom, the straight street guy that ain't been living on the street for the last 10 years, he thinks that he's better than what? A so-called black man. Why? Because this is his kingdom. He's that stranger that has what? All of the nations, including what? Chinese people, Japanese people, whatever. They give them loans. You know, I try to tell my a longtime friend, about like 35, 40-year friend, he always talking about, man, they got money, man. Them Chinese got money, man. And them African dudes, they got money, man. I said, man, they getting loans, man. The bank giving them loans, man. If they want to open up a business in over here in this part of the section of the neighborhood, the west side, if they go on the north side and find a building, they get a what? Get a loan and open that up. He can't see that though. That's the ignorance of our people, man. And we thinking that these people doing something special when they ain't doing shit special. Esau Edom just what? They just, hey, what that is, Psalms 83. All they doing is making sure that you Jakes don't get nothing. For lo, thy enemies make it to moat, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken that crafty counsel, man. Crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against what? Thy hidden ones. Your Israelites. That's that crafty counsel. When they what? Always meet. When they meet, ain't no so-called black man up in there, and they meeting, cause they what? They spend billions. If they gotta spend $1 trillion, $2 trillion every year to keep these teach y'all dumbed down and lost, that's what they gonna do, because it's really nothing. Deuteronomy 28 and 43 again. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Let's go to Ecclesiastes right quick. I got it. 28. I'm not 28. 38. 38. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. 38 and 31. And it reads, all these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will go. I mean, they will nor go up and down. They shall not be sought for what? For in public council, nor sit high in what? In congregations. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where what? Where parables are spoken. So this is gonna be our condition in the way that we are gonna be what as a people destroyed. Verse 34. But they will maintain the state of the world. Why? World is hell, man. Men and women, it don't matter. They worldly as hell, and it's gonna continue to be that way, But that's what y'all don't get it, man, and y'all take to offense when we try to tell y'all that the Most High don't want and not trying to save neighborhoods, not trying to save neighborhood. Ain't no wicked Jakes going to the kingdom, man. Not like that. I think Eve going to the Eve been selling cats since unless she repents now. She can be a bit of a hoe for 30 years. But if she repent and stop and turn from that wickedness and because and gather her thoughts together and follow this truth the right way and don't get offended by the word, because a lot of you all get offended by the word. Why you get offended by the word? Because you wicked. You wicked. That's all it is. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of what? Of their craft. Esau even going to continue to push that witchcraft on you. And he going to use your people to do what? To push it. Yeah, these stars and he going to use them every opportunity he get. He going to use them to push that madness. Let's go. What I want? Isaiah. 42. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. Meaning that where spoil goes into what? Destroyed. Look at our people. You want to know the state and the condition of what? Of a nation, of men. Look at the women. But now look at Esau, Edom, women. They're turning on what? They're turning on Esau. The curses are turning, man. But until this kingdom is what is desolate, we're still gonna continue in the condition that we're in, which is what? Which is under the feet of all the nations. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none deliver for a spoil, and none saith restore. No one. Nobody trying to help us. Nobody trying to give us a loan. We're not going to get a loan. They're going to keep pushing us in certain areas, giving us what. But now, they're not even doing that anymore. They even taking vouchers, taking stamps, taking WIC or EBT, whatever you want to call it, taking it from Eve. And now, they're what? They're finding themselves to be in what? In a horrible condition. Right? Their conditions have changed. That comfort that they used to, laying up on top of bags and bags of potato chips and cookies, and they ain't never a bunch of junk food junkies. They never a bunch of junk food junkies. That's why most of them overweight. Kids overweight because they don't feed them. They don't cook. Everything microwave. 90% of the food that them women cook for them children is microwave food, man. Verse 23 of 42 and 23. Who among you will give ear to what? To this? That's a question. Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? How many of y'all hearken into the ears of what? And open your ears to this word and looking for what? Looking for that truth. Most of you are not. And most of you are not going to do it. Why? Because you're what? The Heavenly Father don't want you right now. He don't want you. I know that's a harsh word for your ears to hear. When I say he don't want you, what you mean he don't want you? The Lord made everybody. He's a y'all man. No man. Y'all don't know the Heavenly Father, man. Y'all be thinking y'all know the Most High, man. Y'all don't know the Most High, man. Because if you knew the Most High, man, you'll know that he has he hates as well. Where you think you get the notion of hating? Jacob have I loved, or Esau have I hated? He hates Esau. But and yet, you fools are still trying to push Esau, Edom, in the kingdom with us, standing side by side. Madness. Verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil? Who is Jacob, y'all? The 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. American, Black, Western Indies, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, American Indians, Semino Indians. Those are what? Those are Israelites. That's Jacob. Who gave Jacob for a spoil in Israel? That's the northern kingdom. Northern kingdom of children of Israel. To what? To robbers. Who are those robbers? Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom bombs and take resources damn near daily. This is his overall agenda. Now, he has obtained the whole entire earth, and that's still not enough. Now he wants your soul. He want to put that chip in your ass and control you even more. He want to know when you're taking a bowel movement. Did not the Lord Yahweh, he against whom we have what sin? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. And you're still not. You're still not. Verse 25. Therefore he has what? Poured upon him the fury of his anger, in the strength of battle, and it has set him on fire round about. And that fire is what? That's hell on earth. Most of us, especially these so-called black men, man, we catch hell up in Esau's kingdom. We catch hell. You just begun to feel what hell is, because your conditions have not been got free medical, you got free food, everything is free, everything is handed out to you. But now you got the version of what? Of Esau, Edom, not and seeing that he don't give a damn. He never gave a damn. He just did what? He used you for a purpose. Yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he lay not to what? Not to heart, meaning to mind. Are you all, let's go back over here to Deuteronomy. Are your mind conditioned enough to where you can hear this truth? Because if you can't hear this truth, your ending is what? It's fire. Well, first you're going to go through that hell first, which is Jacob's trouble, then that fire. But, his servant, like Most High say, what? My servants shall eat. We don't worry about what? About the thing to come, which is what? Which is the hell on earth, true hell. You're gonna see it firsthand. Let's go back to 28 and verse 40. Let's start back on 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt what? Shall come down very low. Verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the what? The head, and thou shalt be the tail. Is not we the tail to this devil? Esau, Edom, yeah, we the tail. And we're going to continue to be the tail until Yahweh shall come down here and free us out of the hands of this devil, man. But we all gonna catch hell. We all gonna catch hell. That's including the elect. We all look. We're in the times of what? Of trial, and you see daily some of these Israelites, they bugging out. They bugging out. to the max. Jeremiah 5 and verse 19. And it shall come to pass, when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord Yahweh our God all these things unto us? And y'all ask that question all the time, man. I don't want to serve a God. I don't want to serve a God that put these curses on us and allow Esau to feed our kids to alligators. I don't want to serve no God like that. Madness, man. Madness. That's when you can't see the what? You can't see the overall purpose of what's going on. You know, this is the trying season of seeing who's worthy to be to be saved, and who's worthy to be in the kingdom. Starting with that 144,000 going to wear those crowns, special. I don't want to be just. I want to be just a Jake in the kingdom. I want to be what? I want to wear that crown. And it shall come to pass. I mean, hey, what y'all don't realize. See, we're not saying that Esau Edom is not going to be in the kingdom. He's definitely going to be in the kingdom, but he's not going to the kingdom along with the first and foremost. Any of the heathens, they're not going to be taken up with the elect. And it shall come to pass when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord Yahweh our God all these things unto us? Then shalt thou answer them, like as ye have what? Had forsaken me? And y'all have definitely forsaken the Lord. We all have. Right? Serve what? Strange gods in what? In your land. Which is our land is Jerusalem. Which is where those small hatters are. You know, the people don't make, the people in the land don't make you what? Don't make you the people. Because the Jerusalem is a people before a place anyway. So shall ye what? Serve strangers what? In a land that is not yours. That's Deuteronomy 28. Which is what? Speaking about the curses, which is what? Our captivity. So how are we not the Israelites? How are we not the Israelites? Let's go here. But before I go here, I'm gonna get this over here first. But let's read some of these comments. Let's see what these knuckleheads talking about. Tammy Witt says the movie Sinners touch this fact. Sinners. You don't know what you're talking about. Who this is? Darius Jarvis says, yes, it did, and parts of it were filmed here in my town, and there's at least 3 convenience stores like this in our town, in our own town. Man, come on, man, that's everywhere. What you talking about? That's everywhere. They in all our neighborhoods. It ain't just in no particular in the south or where. They in the west, north, whatever. Wherever we at, all of the nations are what? Are having what? Business in our neighborhood. Tammy says Malcolm X said this in his ballad bullet speech. Sellouts. Respectfully, we don't need her or movies to tell or show us what is going on in our neighborhood. We see and live it every day. Shut up, girl. You ain't talking about it. You ain't putting forth the information like she putting it forth. So we don't need her to tell us. You do need her to tell you. Because if she didn't come out and tell you, you definitely ain't gonna tell it. Y'all sitting on here, all y'all want to do is take pictures and shake your ass. So why you telling her that? You ain't telling her nothing. You ain't telling her. All you doing is what? It coming up against your what? Your counterparts. Renee. All you doing is coming up against your men, talking about you don't need a man. You so-called black women are the main one, or the only race of women say I don't need a man. You do need her to tell you. You do need her to put forth the information because she didn't put it forth. I won't be making a lesson on it right now. Come on, man. Tell me what says what? How? I like to see it. Okay, me and my wife were planning on watching it on Halloween. It was 3 weeks ago, but hey, let's see. And she was the cause of that fake too. They had to talk about something in the movie. D. Muhammad says she's telling the truth. There's a Chinese, Asian, Korean store on every fourth corner in mostly urban areas. Exactly. Exactly. And D. Muhammad, you know what she is. Kimberly Smith says, so stop going to them. Listen to this here. Listen to this here. Now I bet you I can click on her page, and she gonna try and tell this woman here, stop going to the Chinese, the Asian, and Korean store. When I guarantee you, she got her nails fixed and her hair. When she get braids, she going to what? She going to one of them Africans, Hamites. Boy, I tell you, Eve is a hypocrite. Boy, a born hypocrite. You so stop going to them. Let me see, can I get a little picture of her? No, that ain't. Come on now. Come on now. I need her face. I want to go on her page. I ain't going to page, but I know. Come on. You know she doing, getting her hair, getting her nails, and all that. Come on, cut it out. Anyway, D. Muhammad, she responded back to him Sandy Mosby say, how can we change it? We can't change it. You're not going to change it. The only way the person's going to change our condition is Yahweh Shai, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus. Patricia Watkins says, do the right thing. Movie touch on this also. When the riots started, the Asians said, me black too. Never. She said the Asian people said, me black too. Yeah, they know y'all dumb enough. Listen, man. The other nation know that most of our people are dumb, thinking that everybody that got a little melanin in their skin, that we are all the same people, man. That's how dumb we are. They know we dumb. That's why they would say that. Okay, Jake, I can't even pronounce his last name. Vertidiga. Loans are what? A risk for the lender. Statisticians work for a lending company and use mathematics, statistics, and financial theory to analyze the financial risk of potential full event and develop policy to make a smart nigga, y'all. To manage those risks, such as setting loan premiums and calculating reserves. They assemble and analyze data, estimate the probability and financial cost of future events based on geographical. They don't give a. Come on, you know what the hell you talking about. You want to know why? Cause let me tell you this here. Them damn Japanese, they'll get a store, open up a store. Something happen, they leave, come back in another name. Then what did they do? Open up another store. I don't give a damn how many times they go in that bank. If they go in the so-called black neighborhood, guess what? They gonna give them money to open up that damn store. So quit it. Quit it. We don't want to hear it. All these smart niggas. Bud man say, let me see what he is. That's a brother, long hair brother. This is what you need to hear. It's very simple. We just start opening up our own business and supporting them in our community. Come on, man. You know how long we've been preaching this shit here? You know how long we've been preaching this here? This is not going to work. The only thing you need to do, you need to be trying to pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's what you need to be doing. Because we are coming into, ain't nothing going, Esau Edom if we get ready to come down on y'all asses like nothing. That's enough comments. Because they getting out of hand now. So what I'm going to do, hold up. All right. Let's get back into the precept. Lamentation 2 and verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. That goes into the what? The men, women, and children. Right? Saying, is this the city that men call the what? The perfection of beauty? The joy of the whole world, whole earth? Talking about us, man. We were what? We were the joy of the whole earth. As a people. Now we at the bottom. We are the vagabond on the earth. You know, Esau Edom is the vagabond on the earth, y'all, but now he's what? He's the root of the earth. And that's amazing, man. Take a man from the what that was in the in Petra, in caves or whatever, take him from what the mountains and lived in caves that used to pick fleas off each other like dogs and put him on what? And now they are the rooters of the earth. Boy, amazing, boy. Tell me the Lord ain't what? Tell me the Lord can't do anything. All thy enemies have what? Have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. What that mean? Meaning they have what? Rulership over what? Over us. We're in what? We're in the four corners of the earth doing what? Serving the what? The other nations. Certainly this is what? The day that what? That we look for. We have found, we have seen it. The Lord has done that which he had what? Devised. He has fulfilled his what? His word that he had commanded in what? In the days of old. Which is what? The curses. Man, you know how many years, you know how long ago this was prophesied? And then it finally came to pass. 1619, the so-called blacks from the West Coast. And what was that? 1491 something? For the Northern Kingdom of the Children of Israel? I don't know. I ain't went in that in I don't know how long. I think they say 1491, something like that. But I think both was a little early what they give. I got a book. I need to start reading some out of that book. But anyway, he has fulfilled his word that he had what commanded in what? In the days of old, he had thrown down and has what? Had not pitied. And he has caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee. He has set up the what? The horn of thy adversary, meaning what? Their power. Gave them all the power. And took our spirit, all these Jakes, these Judah, and what? And hummed them down like what? Like animals to Esau Edom. Good boy. Esau Edom put that work in, boy. Real quick, let's go to Proverbs. Yeah, that's a good one. 30. Proverbs 30 and verse 30 and 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor what riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Lest I be full. Meaning what? Like them Genesis Israelites, sellouts. And deny thee and say, who is the Lord Yahweh? Unless I be poor and steal and take the name of, this is what I want real, the name of my God and what? In vain. Isn't that what most of you all doing right now to this day? Taking the name of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in vain. Now we don't know hell. The hell we what the hell? Let me see. I'm trying to think about that. I had a thought. In other words, we just guessing, man, at every damn thing. We guess at everything. We screaming out loud as to what to save our enemy. Want to save our enemy. Then in the process, we want to save our enemy. What do? So we so damn loud until we forgetting about what? Saving our damn self and receiving salvation. Look at these house niggas, right? These two Ben and Stimpy, whatever the two names is, whatever the name you can think about, or two to food, you give it to them because they are what? They are definitely that. They are definitely that. Deuteronomy 32. Let's go back over. Let's see back. What that is? 32 and 26. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 26. I said I would scatter them into what? Into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to what? To cease from among men. See that? Most of them know who we are. But we don't know who we are. Huh? These devils and took our nationality and everything, and now we can't even call ourselves who we are. We can't even call ourselves who we are. This is the bitter part at this moment. Huh? This is the bitter, but what? The end of what? Of this devil's queendom, not kingdom, queendom. Because there's nothing but a bunch of women around here, what? That's controlling every aspect of what? A man's life. So this is a queendom. But guess what? It's definitely at the end. But guess what? Now, the sweet part. So let's get to it. Let's see. Verse 30. I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna read in verse 30. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, y'all. And then I'm gonna close this out. Let's get to the sweet portion of it, right? But most of it, let's see. Let's start at the top. And it shall come to pass when all these things are what are come upon thee, the blessing and the what? The curse. Deuteronomy 28. Which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among what? All the nations, which is what we're doing now. We're screaming out what? And telling to everybody that to all the nations that round about us, that have swallowed us up, and the one third, the elect, thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord Yahweh thy God has driven thee, and shall return. Who's returning? The elect. Unto the Lord thy God, the Lord Yahweh thy God, should I say, and shall obey his voice according to what? To all that I command thee this day. Thou and thy children with all thy heart, with all thy soul. Talking about the elect. Y'all screaming about trying to save Esau, Edom, in the other nations, when you yourself is going to be cast out. That then the Lord Yahweh, thy God, will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from what? From all nations. Is not this what's happening right now? This is what's happening right now. Whether the Lord Yahweh thy God has scattered thee. If any of thine, meaning the Israelites, be driven out unto the what? The outermost part of heaven. Where is that, y'all? That's America. From thence will the Lord Yahweh thy God gather thee, and from thence will he what? Fetch thee. Is not he doing that? And the Lord Yahweh thy God will bring thee into what? Into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good as a whole, Israelites, but with what? The first initial, he would do good, meaning where what? The Israelites in the kingdom of heaven, the other nations are going to be, they're going to what? They're going into captivity, man. They will not be standing boldly in doing what they're doing to us now in this present moment, which is what? Like they say, can't get businesses in our own neighborhood. This is why let me just I'm getting caught up on the words, and y'all. Let me just read it. I'm getting tongue tied and I'm thinking too hard. That's what it is. Let me just start at verse 5 again and repeat this here. And the Lord Yahweh thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do good to who? The Israelites, and multiply thee above thy fathers. Their father, meaning what? The other nations. They're going into captivity. But first and foremost, the elect, you wicked Israelites, are not going to the kingdom in them chariots when what? When you have been doing nothing but wickedness in this devil's captivity. I mean, this devil in captivity in this devil's queendom. And the Lord Yahweh, thy God, will what? Will circumcise thy heart, meaning your mind, and meaning your mind, right? Because we're going to be made what? Perfect. We are going to be made perfect. In the heart of thy seed, meaning thy children, to love the Lord Yahweh thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies. Huh? It's not what this is what we're seeing right now? All these curses going upon thy enemies. Jeremiah was it 30 and 20? And on them that hate thee, with what? With persecuted thee, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy God, and do all these commandments which I command thee this day. I'm going to stop it there, y'all. So guess what? We're going to remain swallowed up in the hands of what? Of all of our enemies until what? Until Yahweh Hashem Yahweh shall again send his son here to what? To take us out of what? Captivity. So, that's it. That's the curses. This is the end of what? Of said in the last and final captivity of what? Of we as Israelites serving of what? Being servants to what? Our enemies. So I'm going to say, Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Kudash, Shalom.